You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports fans, the Tim Tebow experience is over. As I predicted when I found out that Tim Tebow was signing a contract with the Jaguars, I said there is no way in hell that Tim Tebow will make this roster, especially as a tight end. Definitely not as a quarterback. Too much time has passed. Urban Meyer just did him a solid because he played for Urban Meyer at the University of Florida, and Tim Tebow was a great college quarterback. And he hasn't played in many years in the NFL, and for him to come in as a tight end, I said, man, this is some kind of a gimmick. This is some kind of a setup really to sell tickets. Now, I did sell jerseys because people did go out and buy Tim Tebow jerseys, but I never believed he would make the roster. Now, Rhodes believed that he would, not as a tight end, but as some kind of I guess you can say a Tebow type of package for him. Maybe Urban Meyer would do something like that. I never believed that. I believe something like that would actually harm the team. But I never believed that white privilege was the reason that Tim Tebow got this opportunity. Now, we know that Stephen A. Smith from ESPN's First Take, he said that Tim Tebow got this opportunity simply because of white privilege. It was ridiculous then, and it's ridiculous now. But however, since Tim Tebow has gotten cut, Stephen A. Smith has doubled and tripled down now that he still believes this is white privilege, even though Tim Tebow is out of the NFL. Check this out, guys. Stephen A. Smith says Tim Tebow still embodied white privilege despite getting cut from Jaguars. Black people never even get the opportunity. Now, this is completely ridiculous, folks. Stephen A. Smith and all these people that want to race bait, that believe in white privilege, maybe they're insecure about themselves. Any place I actually got in life, folks, I always believe I got there from my hard work. And people like Stephen A. Smith, they want to race bait. They're just trying to keep other black people down. I believe that. I truly do believe that. The race hustlers out there, this is what they do. But it says here, the Tim Tebow tight end experiment is over. After one preseason game where his only highlights were blocking gaffes, the Jacksonville Jaguars announced Tebow has been released in his comeback attempt to the NFL. When Tebow stunned the sports world earlier this year by signing with the Jaguars and his former college coach, Urban Meyer, ESPN's Stephen A. Smith labeled the experiment an example of white privilege. Now that the experiment has been deemed a failure after just one preseason game, Smith still believes Tebow embodies white privilege. Quote, "We're not talking about Tim Tebow. We all root for him individually as a person, as the man. What we were talking about is exactly what you just brought up," Smith said to his First Take co-host Matt Kellerman. Opportunity. People think he didn't get the job. Well, I got news for you, Matt. There's a whole bunch of black folks that never even get the opportunity, close quote. Coaches and organizations usually wouldn't give you the opportunity because you never paid your dues by playing the position before you tried to play it at an elite level, Smith continued. And that's when issues of race and things of that nature come into the fray. Because the opportunity is what we illuminate. It's not even the result. It's the opportunity that's accorded to others that would never be accorded to us. Now, this is ridiculous. So he's still playing this white privilege thing. Now, folks, I remember an NFL quarterback that went to prison for like almost 2 years, 18 months. This will be one Michael Vick. He was a quarterback. And he was a quarterback that wasn't really an accurate quarterback. He was more of a running quarterback because Michael Vick ran for 1,000 yards as a quarterback. Now, Stephen A. Smith believes that Tim Tebow got the opportunity because of white privilege, but Michael Vick had much more baggage than Tim Tebow. Now, Michael Vick, out of the league for 2 years. I believe a lot of people believe he was going to be a pariah and nobody wanted to touch him. Guess what? He got back into the league. Did that have anything to do with white privilege? Michael Vick signed with the Philadelphia Eagles, folks. Andy Reid gave him an opportunity, and that was backlash. Michael Vick didn't get that opportunity because he was black. It had nothing to do with his race. Andy Reid saw, all right, this guy's probably talented. I can do something with him. And maybe Urban Meyer was thinking the same thing. Let's see what Tim Tebow can offer us. And Tim Tebow obviously was a lone shot because he never played that position. Now, granted, Michael Vick did actually play the quarterback position, but that was a lot of baggage with him. And for Stephen A. Smith to say that black folks never get the opportunity, especially, playing a new position, he is completely 100% wrong, folks. Now, Tim Tebow, if I'm not mistaken, he did play tight end in high school or something like that, from what I understand. But I can name several black players that came into the NFL and played a different position, coming from the quarterback position at that. You guys remember Terrell Pryor from Ohio State? You guys remember him? He had some baggage too with him also. He actually got an opportunity, guess what? At wide receiver. A black man that didn't play the position in college and not in the NFL came in and played the position in the NFL. So that completely breaks the narrative that black folks never get that opportunity. Let me name a few other players there, folks. Check this out. This says top 15 NFL players who change positions. Now, this first one here, check this out. Antoine Randall. Now, I didn't even know this, folks, but check this out. It says here, the pass thrown by Antoine Randall to seal the Steelers' victory in Super Bowl was just a little too perfect for a receiver, right? That's because Randall was a quarterback at Indiana. After passing up a career in baseball, Randall set a freshman record in his first game with 467 yards from scrimmage. At the time of his graduation, he was fifth in total yards from an NCAA player with 7,469 passing yards and 3,895 rushing yards. Pittsburgh drafted him in the second round in 2002 with the intent of switching him to receiver and a returner. So this man did not play the position in college. He was a quarterback. And Pittsburgh gave this black man, Stephen A. Smith, an opportunity at receiver. Wow. But black people don't get these opportunities, right? According to Stephen A. Smith. Now, Devin Hester, we know Devin Hester is one of the all-time greatest return man in NFL history. But guys, you got to remember also, they also converted Devin Hester to wide receiver. You remember that? With Jay Cutler, a black man. He got an opportunity at a different position, and these two black men I just named were better at changing positions than Tim Tebow. Had nothing to do with the race, but since Stephen A. Smith wants to play the race card, we can play the race card. Herb Adderley. It says it must have been tough for Herb Adderley to accept a switch from running back to corner. So another black man got an opportunity at a different position to play. It says this was at a time where offenses operated heavily through running the ball, meaning Adderley would have to give up a lot of glory. Adderley was drafted out of Michigan State in 1961, but due to a crowded backfield, he never had the chance to get playing time. He was inserted at cornerback midseason due to injuries to Green Bay starters. He went on to be one of the greatest corners in history and certainly in Packers history. So a black man got an opportunity at a different position that he didn't play. Remember, Stephen A. Smith says there's a whole bunch of black folks that never even get the opportunity. A complete lie. So this whole white privilege thing, as you guys can see, it's nothing but a race hustle from Stephen A. Smith and ESPN. Maybe his handlers over there want him to actually go out there and play the race carpet. This needs to stop. This needs to stop because this is nothing but lies. White privilege does not exist. Okay? It does not exist in the NFL. I just named you a bunch of black players that got opportunities at other positions and actually succeeded, and Tim Tebow failed. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.